Hello, my mathematician. Today we are looking at lesson 5 of module 5, which is all about applying volume formulas. Hopefully by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use a formula to find the volume of a right rectangular prism. Let's start with the step it out. It says, number 1, Jeannie buys the fish tank shown. You know the volume of a rectangular prism can be expressed as a product of its length, width, and height. Write a formula to model the volume of a rectangular prism. So we represent that by saying volume equals a length times width times height. Those dots mean to multiply. So you could also write it as right up here. Volume equals length times width times height. This is just a cursive L, which is often used to signify length. Oops. Okay, so next it says use the formula to write an equation for the volume of the tank. So we're going to say volume equals the length, which would be going across, so that's 13, times the width, which is going in the back, so 6, times the height, which is 8. So then it says multiply from left to right. What is the product of the length and width? So the product of the length and width, that would be the 13 times 6. So we're going to do 13 times 6. We're going to 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So we have 78 inches cubed, or cubic inches. Then it says multiply the product of the length and width by the height. So we have 78 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 6 is going to be 62. So we get 624 cubic inches, or inches cubed. Then we move on to the next page. It says Jeannie finds another fish tank in the shape of a right rectangular prism with the dimensions shown. Let B represent the base area of a right rectangular prism. What represents the base area of the fish tank? So B is what we're using to represent base area. So in order to find area, we do length times width. So we would do 12 times 7. Okay. So then it says write a formula to model the volume of the right rectangular prism using B. So we said before that the volume equals length times width times height. So if we already have this part taken care of, we'd have volume equals base times height. This is use a formula to write an equation for the volume of the tank. What is the volume of the tank? Well, we'd have to figure out what the base is. So 12 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. So we get 84. So we're going to say volume equals 84 times 9. And if we do that, 84 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 8 is 72. Plus 3 is 75. So we get 756 inches cubed. So here real quick, we're going to just look at number 1 here. It says a storage unit is 12 feet wide, 8 feet long, and 9 feet high. What is the volume of the storage unit? Well, first you multiply your width times your length. So 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then we multiply it by our height, so times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 5 is 86. So we're going to have 864 feet cubed. And that is all we have for today's lesson. Hopefully you are now able to use the formula to find the volume of a right rectangular prism. And remember, in order to be a math person, all you have to be is a person and do math.